welcome back to Joe Reviews on Newcastle. Drew 3-3 with Brentford on Saturday. Thrilling game, and definitely the best atmosphere of the season so far. But just our luck pre-match, we find out Eddie Howe is about to take charge of his first game, and we find out that he's tested positive for COVID-19 after his press conference. Meanwhile, Aston Villa, Norwich get new managers, and they get the new manager bounce, both winning, but we'll come to that in a bit. Just our luck, but I mean, there's a report he could be in the dugout against Arsenal, but we'll wait and see. I mean, against Norwich, though, if he is there, at least he'll get a class reception. But the pre-match flags from War Flags, it's been fantastic seeing them back, because, you know, they stopped when Rafa Benitez left, but they've come back since the takeover, and you're welcoming Eddie Howe with their banners, and it's just brilliant to see them back again. In terms of the starting 11, I was disappointed that we were still playing 3 centre-backs, but I was happy to see Fabian Schär start. I thought he was alright. I mean, first game back, I think I would definitely have him over Kieran Clark. Clark, I think he is finished, but you could prove us wrong under this coaching. But right now, it doesn't look good for him. Willock, I was happy to see start, but let's be honest, he didn't have his best game. Murphy and Ritchie, I was happy that they were more pushing forward rather than being defence, because the problem that Ritchie's got is he's not a defender. But getting into the match, we got a lead early on. Cornering from Ritchie, and it was a brilliant header from Lascelles to make it 1-0. But we just shot ourselves in the foot straight afterwards. Honestly, this just felt so painful. Ball just goes to Ivan Toney. Ritchie's at fault for this goal. He had a better game, but he needs to be marking Ivan Toney a lot tighter here. But then Toney just smashes it in. It goes in off Darlow, and let's be honest, Martin Dubravka needs to come back in. Darlow did alright against Brighton, so I understand him starting this game, but put Dubravka in against Arsenal, please. It just felt so painful. Like, we are not, like, there's a lot of Newcastle fans complaining about him scoring, even when he was only doing it in League One for Peterborough. And especially when he was scoring loads for Brentford in the Championship. I was defending the decision, because I'm like, Dwight Gale scored loads in the Championship for us. You could even add Mitrovic doing well for Fulham in the Championship, and then struggling last season. But, I mean, I don't really blame him for celebrating, because he didn't really get a chance. It's just our luck. But we are not hearing the end of this. And it's just our luck that he comes good, he looks good as soon as we sell him. Maybe he needed to be, well, at the time he wasn't good enough, and maybe he needed to, you know, be settled at another club rather than going out on loan season in, season out before he comes good. Good finish, to be fair to him. They did have a goal disallowed by for offside. I was kind of expecting VAR to check this after what happened against West Ham and Tottenham earlier in the season. But then they took the lead. Brilliant cross from Sergi Canos. But who is Martin Rico Henry? Good finish from him. But where's the Martin? Just not there. And this is one of the problems we're having with the defence. We'll probably need, right now, let's work on the defence. I mean, in January, it's all well and good talking about getting defence in, Tarkowski, Cody. But we've got 9 games or something until we can strengthen it. So let's focus on, you know, sorting out the defence at this moment in time. By the way, I would love to see Fabian Schär get a run of games in the side and see if he can come good. Maybe next season we'll bring in Kellen Watts into the first team, because he's a good young talent. We got ourselves back level before half time though. ASM, Had an excellent game, but one of the problems I had with him was just giving the ball. You just try and take on too many players, and when you do that, you often give the ball away. Like, your concentration levels, you get more tired, your concentration levels go down. But he had a shot, it was blocked, but it came to Joelinton, and credit Joelinton. He had an excellent game. I think he was definitely, for me, our best player on the pitch on Saturday. But he took a touch, he just smashed it in with his left foot. Brilliant finish, and I'm hoping, I think Eddie Howe talked that he could really help us. Do you know what? I think we'll all accept he's not going to be worth the £40 million that we allegedly paid for him in 2019. But if you can just do a job as a striker, I think we'll be happy with that. And it's a brilliant finish from him. So we got a half-time 2-2. We did have a chance right before the half-time. Clark headed from a set-piece towards Callum Wilson. But his shot was cleared off the line by Ivan Toney. I didn't think Wilson had a good game, to be honest. But, everyone has off days. But Brentford got the lead again. I can't remember the guys now, I'll check. It was Onyeka who came on. He had a shot, it was deflected, and it went down to Lascelles' own goal. Another kick in the teeth. We're 3-2 down, but we showed some fight. And do you know what it is? We would have lost this game under Steve Bruce. The players' heads would have been down, but they showed some fight. But with Eddie Howe, it might take a while to get what he wants in the side. Because with Rafa, it took him 5 games to get his first win, and even when he came in, we were still going down with a whimper against Norwich and Southampton. We had that embarrassing 0-0 draw against Aston Villa, which sealed our fate pretty much. But we got one equalised again. ASM gave it to Ryan Fraser, who came on. And Fraser, I would look to be starting against Arsenal. He played it to... got the cross in, and it was a brilliant volley from ASM. And his celebration, just fantastic. I mean, that could just be like an iconic celebration if we're going to have like a fantastic era at this club. Like, an iconic celebration from him. Or maybe just, his dancing that he's done. For example, Burnley away last year. But it's even better when, he finally scored at home against Sheffield United at the end of the night in the 2019-20 season, and fans couldn't be there to see it, but I just love how it's good that he's finally able to celebrate with the goals with the fans at St James's Park. But the game finished 3-3. I did cut the lads off, for showing some fight. It was a good game of football, and I think it draws the right result. Brentford gave us a good game. Thankfully, it was nowhere near as embarrassing as the Carabao Cup game we played against these last season, when they didn't even play Toney and Bueno, and they still beat Will 1-0, and deservedly so. What I was pissed off was seeing the results coming out of the stadium. Norwich beating Southampton 2-1 to get the second consecutive win. Villa getting a win against Brighton. I know Villa are 7 points above us, but I still say they're in a relegation battle because of the bad form they had under Dean Smith, but maybe Gerrard will help them in that. And then Watford hammering Man United 4-1. Oh, I was just so annoyed seeing those results, and then it's left for bottom without a win. I just feel a bit embarrassed, really. Everyone's won but us. Get the intention for being the centre of attention for the wrong reasons. Oh, I just hate it. There's not worse than that, but do you know what? I'm just hoping we can take inspiration, from the new manager. We've got a chance to invest in the January window. Hopefully we're not too far behind. But there's some clubs that we should take inspiration from anyway. Portsmouth in 2005 or 6. Fulham in 2007-08, Wigan in 2011-2012. I remember when they hammered it. We finished Fulham, they were pretty much nailed on to go down 4 wins in 33 games, but they somehow stayed up, coming from 2-0 down to win at the Etihad as well. I know this was before Man City's takeover. Wigan, I remember they beat Man United, they won away to Arsenal and Liverpool. They hammered us 4-0 even when we finished 5th, and they somehow stayed up. Sunderland in 2013-14, I think they beat Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge, ended Mourinho's home record. They drew at the Etihad 2-2, hammered Cardiff 4-0, even won at Old Trafford. And also Leicester the year before they won the title. So that shows it's not impossible to stay up. We will need investment in the January window. But I suppose we'll just take the point, and we'll have to go again against Arsenal. Tough game, especially with record at the Emirates, but not impossible, especially the way they played against, they were hammered 4-0 by Liverpool. I didn't think they were that convincing against Watford before the international break. But some better news. We'll end this on the light note. Lee Charnley has left the club. There was a handover period and now he's left. He did spend 22 years at the club actually. It was only 2014 when anyone knew he was there. He's only going to be remembered for how bad a job he did as a managing director. Hiring John Carver. Hiring Steve McLaren and then not sacking him early enough. Hiring Steve Bruce and not sacking him. Because it was more down to the new owners that he left, why Steve Bruce left. Some of his bad transfers. Fair enough, we didn't go down, but still, you should have sacked him last season. What else was there? Oh yes, the bad transfer negotiations, especially during the Rafa era, and that's obviously a big reason why Rafa eventually left the club. So it looks like there's a process going on to recruit a new CEO. Announcement will come in due course. I just hope the highest, I do hope, with the names being linked, the highest someone who knows football, because one of the problems Mike Ashley had in his reign is that he kept hiring people that didn't know enough about football, and they just hired clueless managers. But Ashley should have just got rid of them, let's be honest. But I just think if we get someone in who knows football, that can help us with transfers, work with Eddie Howe on it. Obviously, Eddie Howe does need to have the final say, in my opinion. But I'm sure they'll get a director of football in, or technical director, for the transfer window. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel, check out my social media page in the description below. It's been a bit of a long video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.